Howdy, yo! Welcome to Taxes. Dmitry Bonner there. Today we will talk how to become a millionaire with a Roth IRA. And I have good friend of mine, David Ramsey. He is the expert in this topic, so let's call him. Oh, David Ramsey, where you are? Please pick up the phone. Hi, David.
How are you?
Thank you for taking my call.
My pleasure. How can I help?
There is a theory that if I put $500 a month in a Roth IRA for 30 years, I will become a millionaire. Can you help me with this calculation? Is it really true?
If you put $500 a month away for 30 years in a decent growth stock mutual fund, I have to put this in here again because I didn't do it right somehow. All right, let's try that. There we go. You'd have about $1,700,000.
Oh my God, I can't believe this is true. A Roth IRA can easily make me a millionaire? Is it a really big difference?
In a traditional, you have paid taxes on none of the money. Taxes on that would probably be $400,000.
Oh Jesus, almost $500,000 of taxes too much. And what about Roth?
Is 100% tax-free. So when you get to retirement, you're either going to pay taxes on $1.7 million or you're going to have $1.7 million tax-free.
Okay, I'm done. I choose to be a tax-free millionaire. So guys, as David Ramsey told you, a Roth IRA is an individual retirement account that offers tax-free growth and tax-free withdrawals when you retire. The reason being, you pay taxes before the money goes into your account. So money stashed in accounts such as 401ks and traditional IRAs leads to tax bills in retirement. A Roth IRA can offer a convenient way to manage that tax bill, for example by pulling at least some income from the Roth to avoid being pushed into the higher tax bracket. So how does Roth IRAs work? You pay taxes on your investment upfront, let your money compound, and then your withdrawals in retirement are tax-free. So you can even withdraw your contribution tax and penalty-free when emergency arises. For instance, I see that Roth IRA is a smart saving tool for younger people, as my daughter for instance, because they are likely to face higher income tax rates as they move along in their careers. So someone further along on their career path may also like a Roth IRA because they provide tax-free income in retirement. And that provides what some financial advisors call tax diversification. There are also some other Roth IRA benefits, for instance potential tax savings. Of course, with a Roth IRA you pay taxes on the money you contribute now, rather than later, when your tax rate may be higher. If your tax rate is lower now, it makes sense to pay taxes now in return for tax-free retirement withdrawals. Also, there are no required minimum distributions. Roth IRAs aren't subject to the RMIDs required from a traditional IRA or 401k starting at age 72. There are also no income tax on inherited Roth IRAs. If you pass a Roth IRA to a heir, they enjoy tax-free withdrawals as long as the account was held for at least 5 years at the time of account holder's death. Also, in case of Roth IRA, the withdrawals are very easy. You can withdraw the money contributed at any time without taxes or penalty. You also could double dipping. You can contribute to a Roth IRA in addition to 401k. That's what I'm doing. And also flexible timing is a great opportunity if you're using Roth IRA. You can choose when and how much you contribute to a Roth IRA. For example, you can contribute $6,000 on the first day of the year or split up your contributions over many months. I also like that in case of Roth IRA, there is also extra time to contribute. You have until the tax deadline to contribute for the previous calendar year. Also, when you're getting older and older, you will enjoy tax-free distributions. Once you hit 59 and a half and have held the account for at least 5 years, you can take distributions, including earnings from Roth IRA without paying federal taxes.
Yummy.
There are also no age limit to open Roth IRA. You can open Roth IRA at any age as long as you have earned income. You can't contribute more than you earned income. That's very important. And for the sake of balanced view, it's advisable to think of any drawbacks of Roth IRA too. So, one is that you are unable to take loans in the way you can do with many 401ks. That said, you can always withdraw your Roth IRA contributions anytime without penalty, interest or taxes. Also, early withdrawals before age 59 and half of your investment earnings come with a 10% penalty unless you meet one of the handful exceptions. If you are withdrawing, for instance, up to $10,000 to buy your first home, or you are withdrawing $5,000 in the year after the birth or adoption of a child, or for instance for qualified education expenses, or for unreimbursed medical expenses in excess of 7.5 of your adjusted gross income, in this case, this withdrawal will be without penalties. There are some other cases when you can do it, but please ask your CPA or tax advisor. Okay, it seems like I and David Ramsey gave you enough reasons to open IRA. What you should do? First of all, figure out if you qualify. Roth IRAs do have income limits, which can reduce or eliminate your ability to contribute to Roth IRA. The 2022 contribution limit is up to $6,000 if your modified adjusted income is below $144,000. Number 2, decide what type of investor you are. If you are eligible, that's great. Now consider your investment preferences. For instance, you can do it yourself and you are kind of DIY investor. That's really good that you can open a Roth IRA at an online broker and then choose your own investments. This may be simpler than you think. You can build a diversified portfolio with just 3 or 4 mutual funds or ETF or any other assets you like. When comparing brokers, look at trade commissions and investment fees, also called expense ratios. For instance, in my case, I check at least 10 different brokerage firms to choose the best one, and I personally choose TD Ameritrade, but it could be up to you. On the other hand, if you are manage it for me investor, choose a robo-advisor. That's very easy. If you would rather have someone pick an investment portfolio for you, you can open a Roth IRA at robo-advisor. There are plenty of them. Robo-advisors are online services that build and maintain a diversified portfolio for you. You pay a small fee for the service. Usually it's 0.5%, even 0.3 or 0.2, and you can forget about Roth IRA and check it just once per year. Some robos offer portfolios that vary based on amount of risk, with for instance aggressive ones for people who want a higher percentage of their portfolio in stock, or conservative for people who seek a less volatile investment account. And when you are done with all these preparations, after 30 years, my congratulations, you are a millionaire. You are tax-free millionaire with a Roth IRA.